So I wanted to talk through the Google format, just so you know a few things really that might apply to your search engine optimization plan for your own business website. So this is the standard Google format. Now I'm now logged in with my Google account, and that's important, and you'll find that more and more people are being coerced, if that's not too strong a word, by Google to create a Google account, and that's going to allow Google to rule the world through things like search engine marketing, but also as they promote their Google +1 strategy, which is really their rival product to Facebook. Now, that hasn't really worked as yet, but time will tell how that plays out. So here we are with Google, and let's say I'll put a search term in. Let's say bad acne care, and you see what comes up here is Google suggests. Now Google is now telling us what people are already putting into this, are typing in or searching for, that's relevant to bad acne care. So people are actually asking the question how to take care of bad acne, or skincare bad acne. So these are terms that people are using, and you can use Google to help you understand what language patterns and what problems your prospects have, and then that might help you design the websites that you want to create to attract their attention. So let's say we went for bad back. So people are asking for bad back in pregnancy or bad back chairs. So if you're creating a website on bad backs, it would make sense to write something about bad back in pregnancy, because clearly that's something that people are searching for, and people who then look for bad back in bad back in pregnancy find these websites. And so these websites are websites in what I call natural search. So they are not paid adverts. They're just normal websites which Google has crawled and found to be highly relevant to the term bad back in pregnancy. Now, what Google's also telling us there's about 75 million competing pages for bad back in pregnancy. So, you could try and get on the first page for bad back in pregnancy, but good luck with that. And see how you get past the other 75 billion pages that you'd have to compete against. But what you find now is actually more and more people are using local search, and something like 62% of people in the UK who want to find the local 72% of people, of potential customers who are using Google, will use a local term in their search query. So they will say bad back in pregnancy in Chiswick, for instance, and see who turns up. And now you find you've got just 1.6 million competing pages. Now that's not quite true, because this is something called broad match, but don't worry too much about that. And what you find is that these sites are now turning up, and look here, you've got a rating here, which is part of the whole reputational thing, and Google is looking to hard code ratings from other people into its search queries, and you could, but look, there's no maps here at all. So if you wanted to be high on the maps query here, you could do that. Now, what do I mean by maps? Let's look at I don't know, private dermatologist in Manchester. See, people are already looking for these terms here, so there's activity there. And here you know there's activity because people are actually paying to advertise on here. So if we were to click on this, any of these links here or any of these links on here, Google will get some money and these people here will lose some money. So let's click on this one here, and Pall Mall Medical have now paid Google a bit of money for that click. So sorry if that's you, but you've just basically paid Google for some activity on your website, and that's how Google makes its money. So Google's business model is to be is really as an advertising play. So what Google has to do is it has to generate a huge amount of traffic to its website to try and get passing traffic to click on these adverts. And what you find is now that people have become much more educated about the Google screen, is that people tend to be what I call ad blind, and they tend not to see these adverts here, and their eye gets focused towards the proper listings, if you like, or the natural search listings, and not the paid listings. And what you find is about 1 to 2% of all visitors to any one search result will click on the adverts. 53% of the approximately 50 to 60% of the clicks, if you like, will go to the first three listings, and the rest gets the other, whatever that was, 30%, 30 to 40% gets shared between the other ones, and that goes down as time goes on. Now, there are some things you can do to attract the attention of the viewer more by having various icons in here, and you can do that by playing the Google game, and that's by using things like author search. But let me show you some more examples here. Private dermatologist, let's go for Birmingham. Okay, so here again there aren't any maps listings here, and here again no one's doing anything particularly exciting to make their listing more to stand out. Let's go for maternity care in London. Alright, so here now we've got a map, and what you'll find now is that you've got people who are getting a Google Places page listed in the search engine. So these search engines look a little bit different to the ones we looked at before, and so you've got some paid listings here, but look here, you've got something strange going on here, and that's a map tag, and that reflects the fact that this person here has got a map hit has got a maps listing here, and there'll be another two. So this one has as well, this antenatal care invisible midwives, it's got one here, and nursing care in London, they've also got a maps listing. So that's making them stand out a little bit. It's attracting the eye a little bit and making them stand out from these other adverts, and enhances the likelihood that someone will click on their listing. Now if they clicked on here, we would go to their website. If we click on here, we would probably go to their places page. Let's go there. So you go to their maps page, and here you'd find some directions on how to get there, which might be a good thing if you want people to find you. Now let's go down here. So here we've got an image, a news story, and again that's another way in which you can get into the Google rankings, and you've got an image here. Now, okay, this is the Guardian, but you can put images. There are some ways in which you can get images into your listing, and if you can, it's more likely to attract the eye. and therefore sell the click. And really what you're trying to do is sell this click. So you want people to click on your website, because once they click on your website, they come to your website, you've attracted their attention, and then you can move on to this second phase of marketing, which is to convert them to a customer. We'll talk about that later. So here are the maps listings, and they relate to these A, B, C, D, E, F, and this is what we call the 7 box, because usually there are 7, sometimes 3, sometimes just 1 listings in the maps listings. So here, if we were to click on this page here, we'd go to what's showing here is their places page, and look here, you've got their reviews are hard coded into the listing. So Google's trying to show people who aren't really asking for it, the reviews. Now if we were to click on this, what will we find? We'll find their website, and you can look at their website and you think, okay, that's interesting, I might go there, or maybe not. Let's look though at here. If you go to the reviews, click on that, you go to this, and this is their local plus page actually. And here you can just because I'm logged in, I could click it, I could write a review. Now if you look here, look at these reviews and you think you might look at this and you think, okay, the ultrasonographer here was fabulous, very considerate, knowledgeable and helpful, and gave us lots of good quality, really clear pictures. So this is looking good, right? She made us feel really positive and happy. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I will give these guys a go. I have not seen a doctor here, so cannot comment on that. Okay, so 2 out of 3. Okay, well, there you go. And we've got another one here. 0 over 3. I wish I could give the birth company 0 stars. Without doubt, one of the most traumatic experiences of my life was going to this place. The doctor I saw was one of the most unsympathetic, unprofessional, and just plain mean doctors I've ever been to. He spoke to the consultant for 5 minutes about what he was seeing on the screen as if I was not in the room. He would not explain to me what he was seeing, and finally told me simply that due to a significant blood clot it was unlikely my baby would make it. I later found out that this was not true, but at the time you couldn't imagine my despair. I was then told to wait in the exam room until I stopped crying so as not to upset the other patients, and left alone in the room until I finally took it upon myself to leave. No one ever came back to check on me. This was all after a vaginal scan in which people were allowed to enter the room whilst I was in a very vulnerable position, and I was not given an opportunity to clean myself or dress in private. I'm sure there are other good doctors there, but I was so shocked and humiliated I can't imagine ever stepping foot in this place again. The final insult, I had to pay for this experience. Right, so I don't know about you, but I'm now thinking that's a pretty damning review, and it's bang on the front page of Google. So the birth company have done a really good job of their search engine optimization. They've got onto the first places listing, onto the first page, and indeed they're the first one of these rather curious kind of maps listings, which have got this other sort of funny icon here which might help you attract the eye. And then you see this reviews, and bang on the first page is something that's really just gonna make probably no one choose them. And I would imagine people think, I might pass on them and check on the next one, which is maternity solutions. Now if you look at maternity solutions, they actually haven't got a Google Places page sorted out at all. So they've got a Places page here which hasn't been claimed. So what Google have done is they've gone round, this is, I don't remember all that news about the funny van, didn't they, with the camera on top that was taking photographs of the whole country. And these are the pictures it's taken of this place, and it's basically created this web page for maternity solutions. And actually it's created web pages of millions of businesses in this country, and billions around the world. and this hasn't been claimed. So you might find that you've already got one already created for your page, and really nothing's happened. It's just something that Google's created for you. It's published, it's out there, it's free, and you can manage this. And we could, if I owned Maternity Solutions, I could just click on this page, this button here, to ask to manage this page, and I could I mean, I'm not going to, but you could be really dodgy and edit the business information here. You could suspend the listing, you can do all sorts of stuff, and basically gain control of this web page. Now, so these are the local places plus local Google Places plus pages. These have changed their names a lot. They used to be called Google Places pages, and they've recently changed to Google plus local pages. Excuse me. And all of these haven't claimed their pages at all, and yet they're on the first page. LondonPregnancyCare.com, which is this page, could actually create a Google Places page and bump these if it created a better Places page. And in fact, I'm guessing there'll be some people on page 2. Okay, these are NHS issues, but okay, Eugene Otang Nitim's private clinic. You know, if they had a Places page, they would probably rank higher. So got, you know, reasonable website. I'm not going to critique that now, but they could have got onto the first page if they had a Places page and B, optimized it. So that's a few little things that hopefully you found useful about the different bits of Places pages. And if you want to know how to create a Places page, you know, that's basically the service I'm offering now, is creating and optimizing Places pages, which is an ongoing battle, because actually probably the quickest way to get onto the first page now is to get hold of and optimize your Places page. And if you want to know more about how we can do that for you, please just get in touch. Okay, hope you found that helpful.